Goes, eh? Ooh, now I just need to sort this out. Dun dun, doo doo doo. Now, is the microphone crackly like yesterday, or is it okay? Now, is the microphone crackly like yesterday, or is it okay? No, we fixed it. Excellent. That is fantastic. Hey, Rakiel. G'day, mate. Manzi, how are you, bud? Welcome, everyone. Now, let me just sort this out. Hello, Capone. How are you, bud? Yeah, good, mate. Yourself? Oh, I've come down today. We'll wait till everyone turns up. We're going to do some advanced freshwater fishing techniques, Capone. Going to show people a few little tricks on how to mix it up per se. Okay. Welcome, Capone. Rakiel, thanks, bud. Manti, thank you very much, crew. Thanks to everyone that's in YouTube and Twitch. Had a bit of a disaster last night trying to get the website up so I could put the soft plastics up and everything, but you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, look at these people. This just screams fish. Now, if anybody has any issues with the audio, please let me know. Okay. So what we've got here is we've got a road crossing. We've got a rock wall face here. Here we've got a little bank. In there, it's about 10 to 15 foot deep. We've got a snag in here, a snag in there, and we've got one coming in this way. So we've got structure, we've got shade, we've got everything, and it's time, you know? So, let's wait till a few more people turn up. Crespo, how are you, bud? I think second, actually, Crespo, unless you're in AustralisTV. Anata, hello from Western Australia. One of my uncles went to New Orleans. He reckons he had a great time. And every single bar that he walked into, you know, it was just a a totally different adventure. So yeah. Now, is the audio okay? It sounded okay. Let's go now on. Let's go there. Let's go to the channel. Beautiful. Right, that's good. Okay, Mike seems okay. Yeah, I found out what it was. Pepperhead Rich, how are you, bud? Synapse, how are you, mate? Excellent. Thanks, everyone. It's nice to actually finally, you know, get something going correctly. Just give me a second. I've just got to bring this up on here. Technology. The back of the ute looks like JB Hi-Fi. No, let's not do that. Let's go here. So just excuse me for a second while I just sort this out. Okay. Let's go here. Channel. And look, can I ask a favour, please? If you're in Australis Fishing, can you also go and bring up AustralisTV as well? We're just trying to get everything numbered and all that sort of stuff. Alright, Synapse, good. Pepperhead Rich, good. Got one in AustralisTV, good. Excellent. Thanks, everyone. Rightio, so I can leave that there with confidence. That's a really good picture on there, isn't it? Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just wait for a few more people to turn up and then we'll start. So what I'm going to do today, though, is yesterday we did a couple of basic freshwater techniques. Now what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you some advanced freshwater fishing techniques. And when I say advanced, I mean off the charts, mate. Know what I mean? So we'll work on that. Waxville, how are you, bud? Thanks for coming in, mate. Oh, it's great. So we'll just wait for a few more people to turn up. I hope everyone's well. A lot of crazy things going on in the world today. It's getting scary, isn't it, you know? I've positioned the car so that the sun's coming from this direction, that way. And if you're out there and you're a streamer that wants to do IRL, position of the sun's important. If I was parked on that side, right, what would happen is I would have the sun blaring down on the camera and it affects the focus. In Australia, focus has an abbreviation. The abbreviation is F off, because you're stupid, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, so I'm doing well, mate, doing really well. Great. And look, people, like I said, if I can please you, I don't ask for much, but let's give it the caps locks. So can you please go across and subscribe for free on YouTube and follow on AustralisTV on Twitch. We have got the merch available and everything's getting geared up for September. All the soft plastics and everything will be available on the site. Hopefully by tomorrow. I couldn't get anything done last night, which is a bit disappointing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few advanced freshwater fishing techniques today. Oh, that's because of this. That's because of this, see? I've got, here, see? Is that coming up okay? Whoops. Is that better? I'll probably have this over the microphone. Let's try that. Maybe we should try that. Maybe we should try that. Is that better? Is that better with the microphone there? Great, okay. I don't know whether that's YouTube or whatever it is, Raquel, but we'll work that out. Okay, once we get to about, or if we get to 50 people in the chat, what we'll do is we'll start doing our, actually, what am I doing? I know what I'm doing. I'll do that there. There is nothing stopping me putting that here, is there? And then what'll happen is, boom, doesn't matter which way I turn, we've got view, whoops, we've got view of the microphone. That's great. Prime, how are ya? Mr. Piggies, welcome, bud. Yeah, don't know, Raquel. It should be coming from here because I tested it over there from a fair distance away. Let me just see if everybody's okay with it. I'm just going to bring up the volume on Twitch and see how it goes. So just let me test that for a second. See how it goes. So just let me test that for a second. See how it goes. Through there. Real Slayer, how are you, bud? Yeah, oh, well, that's because of the audio that's all mixing in, isn't it? That's how it works. I need to have a roadie over here, you know, hitting the old foot pedals and all the switches. But it's a long way off. I'll leave that for the rappers out there, you know. So, hey, Mr. Piggies, I'll do, if you just type in exclamation mark follow, right, there you go. So please subscribe for free on YouTube, and also please go across and look, just park in AustralisTV for me. We're trying to get the numbers up in AustralisTV. All right, so yeah, okay. Well, it looks good. We've got a bit of bad weather coming today. Now, freshwater fishing, the barometer is important. Generally, the old landmark in the barometer was that it had to be over 1,000, and the barometer is at about 1,006 to 1,008. Now, this is a private dam, so I don't own the fish in here, right? And it's not a public waterway, so I'm putting the fish back because it's a private dam. But I think the owner is fairly lenient, and what they do is they let people fish here. Okay, now, as I said before, right, today we're going to do some advanced freshwater fishing techniques. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to fish this little stretch of water here. Now, this stretch of water has got everything going for it, okay? So, just over here, between this snag and the other snag is a little dark bottom. The crossing has been supported by a huge coffee rock. So what we have is we have a rock wall that goes from about that snag to the other side of the river. That's about, I think, about 8 to 10 feet deep, depending on the water level and the time of year. And then what we have is we have a tree down in here that's facing towards us. We have another one here, another one there. Okay, so what we've got to catch fish, yesterday was a bit different. What we were doing is we were just doing sort of like blind fishing, where you're fishing above the weed beds and all of that. Here, we actually have structure. So if you're in a waterway and you see a stick sticking out of the waterway, fish it. Right, because fish will just swim around it because it's that little bit of structure. Insects start hanging on it. It starts a little, ecosystem, and then that's when they can feed them. And a lot of the stuff that you see on the surface, underneath the surface, it's a totally different world. Okay. So look, what we'll do, right. Okay, let's try that. It shouldn't be coming from the car because I've got the this is, boom, well, that's okay on there. Maybe we should just put this back on here. There's always an issue, you know what I mean? You try and get it right, but there's always an issue. Let's do that. Excuse me for a second, I just need to test something. Audio. Boom. Well, no, that's not right. Let's go with that. Is that better? Boom. No? No, that's from the actual, let me just see that. It's coming from here now. Great. So, microphone E2. Yep. That's better? Right. Thank you very, very much for that, everyone. I really appreciate it. Okay? All right. Now. Right. Excellent. All right. Now, I'll go through that again. Ooh. Beepers. Wet ass, no fish, as we say in Australia. So, on this side here, we have a crossing that's supported by coffee rock. At a guess, when I walked through it, it was about, 8 feet, 10 feet deep. So, this dam is like a funnel, like most dams. It has its deepest spot in the middle, right? I don't think it's a very deep dam, it's a very shallow dam, right? And what you have here is, you have a drop off there. We have a snag here with a whole tree, another one here, another one through here. So if you go to a freshwater fishing spot and you're trying to find a spot to fish, right, what you do is you look for structure. So if you see a big log that's on the edge of the water, fish along the log. Fish all the structure first, because that's where fish are. I mean, fish have been predated upon for thousands of years. So they're accustomed to being predated on the sky by various predators. So what they'll do is they'll hide around structure for safety. Other fish will go in and hide, so they'll get an easy food source. Just lots and lots of little things like that, okay? All right. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to show everyone some advanced fishing techniques, okay? Because we did some fishing techniques yesterday, right? Hey there, Big Fruits. Welcome, bud. Yeah, thanks, mate. I really appreciate that. Like I said, people, if you could just go across and lurk in AustralisTV or interact in there if you want to, that just helps us out, because what we're doing is I've put it out to all of our members in the community. With AustralisTV, we're just going to get to the affiliate stage. And Australis Fishing is always going to be free, and we're going to be using Australis Fishing just to promote like fishing content like this. As well as fishing content, we're going to be doing other content on here as well. And anytime we get a new product or we have products in the store, we're going to play it on AustralisTV, right? But on Australis Fishing, AustralisTV on YouTube and Twitch are going to be like virtually the same channel that will stream on at the same time, okay? So I'd really appreciate that if you could just do that for us, okay? Hey there, Mr. Bud. How are you, bud? Hello, Balkans Powerlifter. How are you, bud? I just fixed it. So, welcome, mate. How are you, bud? All right, now, Gecko Felice. How are you, bud? Welcome, mate. Oh, let's get that out of there. Welcome, mate. Good to see you. How's the training and the fitness going? Good? Let me just see what's happening here. All right, 99%. That's good. How are you, bud? Yeah, I'm going fine. Thanks, buddy. How are you? All right, so what if I told you, right, I could combine various styles of fishing so that you could try it out without going to the expense of buying all fishing tackle. So I'll give you an example, right? You can combine soft plastic fishing and fly fishing without actually using fly fishing tackle. It's actually one of the easiest things to do, and believe it or not, it improves your catch rate. Now, I'm 52 years of age. I've been doing this for about 30 years. I've had plenty of triple headers on redfish perch, and once in my life down here in the southwest in the Warren River, I had a perch down the bottom, a rainbow trout. No, the rainbow trout was on top and the brown trout was in the middle. So it does help you catch multiple fish, okay? So even with spinners, right, these little spinners that we used yesterday, you can use these little spinners to your advantage, right? And you can use them to fish flies as well. I'll show you how to do it. It's quite a simple process, but when you go to fish a spot, a lot of people make the mistake. First thing they'll do, they'll come up, they'll cast out as far as they can, and half the time what they end up doing is they get fish in front of them. So if I was going to fish this spot, okay, what I would do is, you've got to remember, get the human aspect of it. We're fishing for fish, so they don't know, you know what I mean, like bank and all the rest of it. They just know to survive and they need to feed all the time, right? So what I would do is, I've got structure directly in front of me there, right? So what I'm going to do, my first cast is just going to be a nice, simple little cast to the left of this snag. Right, like that. See that there? Just let that sink down for a bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wind this in. Right, so if there's a little fish there, okay. Now, I don't usually catch fish in dams on spinners, right? Now, the other thing is too, this is where polarised sunglasses come in handy, although if you do know what you're doing, you can sort of pick it as well, okay? Right. So, it's bad. Hang on a second. Oh, thanks, Tony Rowe. How are you, bud? Right, how's that going? Oh, Tony Rowe, how are you, bud? Oh, yeah, it's crackling. I don't know what the story is with that, mate, but at least we can still hear it. It's just an issue with the app that I'm using, okay? So we'll just have to put up with it, okay? I'll just have to try and keep it sort of toned down a bit. All right, so what I'll do my next cast is, the snag is just here. That's the point of it, right? And we've just fished one there. So what I can do is I can do a slightly longer cast, but not too far. So what I want to do is I want to hit that rock wall over there and have the spinner slide down the rock wall. like that. Beautiful. So I'm going to let this sink for 3 seconds and start retrieving it. Right, bring it through here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is try not to tangle this again. Same we did that yesterday. Come on, bud. Don't do that. How do you do that? Right. Now what I'm going to do is this. I don't think we'll catch anything on the spinner today, but I hope they get proven wrong. So what I want to do is I want to cast so that my spinner comes in along this snag here. There, look. So what I'm doing is I've cast in the vicinity and I've just shifted my rod tip so that my spinner goes near my target, okay? Ooh. Fish or weed? I think that was weed. Let's have a look. Yeah, weed. Okay. Then here. So I'm right in front of that snag there. I've plonked that right along the snag, so at all times I'm casting towards structure. Okay? Keeping my rod tip down to keep the spinner deep in the water. Right, and away we go. So here, now I do a slightly longer cast because I've already fished this area in front of me. Okay? And the good thing about the spinner is it's a good weight to cast around when you're trying to show people how to fish. Okay, now what I've got here, right, is I've got a little bit of a snag here. Okay, so I want Rightio. All right. Excuse me for a second, people. Thank you. No, don't do that. Sorry about this, people. I just had the motor go off because of the battery and that sort of stuff, so not very happy about that. Come on. Right. Rightio, good work. Let's get it on here. Thank you. Hi Jace, how are you, bud? Now, let me just get this sorted. Okay, we're back. Oh, happy birthday, mate. Right, let me just check the audio. Right, that's not good, is it? No, that's all right. So we can do this now. So is that going to work? Boom. Boom. Yeah, that's sort of working. All right. Let's just chuck that in there. Okay. That's better. All right, we're finally up and running. Great. Happy birthday, Jace. Now let me just check this. Let me just hit refresh. Hey, C, how are you, bud? Just can everybody excuse me and just stick around in the channel? Just something, okay? Don't go anywhere. I've just got to end the stream and restart.